Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday, October 22nd, and there are new comic books here in the store. Hopefully you guys are excited for that. It is a day. There's a lot of stuff here today. And good luck picking your favorite covers, because it's always a thing. It's always a thing. If you guys didn't see my video yesterday, as a reminder, this Saturday, October 25th, is the Lafayette Comic-Con at the Tippecanoe County Fairgrounds, and it's going to be a thing. It's always a thing. It's a great show. I always tend to find cool things and things I've never seen before. The Lafayette Comic-Con was actually the first time that I saw a Amazing Spider-Man 129 in person, believe it or not. And it was a graded 9.6. Again, you never know what you're going to find. Guy for me last year had a booth full of like die-cast cars, Rat Fink, snap together things, vintage cars and models. And so that was pretty cool. And again, as a reminder, there are going to be some Power Rangers there as well. So if you are a Power Rangers fan, it's going to be an opportunity for you to meet some Rangers and get some stuff signed. That is some of your favorite stuff. So, again, just keep that in mind. And then, let's see, so that's the 25th, and then November 1st, right here in front of the Venom that is on the wall, and then where these toy racks are, going to have a gentleman here by the name of Alan Danziger, one of the last surviving members of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and a cast member of the newly released Weed Hacker Massacre that is on Tubi and YouTube, is going to be here signing autographs, signing some merch. He will have some things with him, albeit it won't be very extensive, because he's traveling from Texas. So he'll have some things with him, but he won't have a ton of things, so keep that in mind. It's always best to try and bring your own toys, just because you don't want to be victim of a sellout or miss the opportunity to have something signed. So just keep that in mind. You do you. I'm just giving you the opportunity to be here and to meet somebody of his caliber. And beyond that, the ball's in your court. So that is next Saturday, and then the following Sunday is going to be Knights Hall. And then the weekend after that, November 8th, will be our local comic show and card show and toy show at the 4-H grounds. And I am planning another $10 fill-a-bag for that event. So just like last time, $10 gets you a white free comic book day bag that you get to stuff to the brim. As long as you can carry it by its handles, it is acceptable. If you want more than that, you can bring your own short box. I'll have some short boxes available for purchase, but you can bring a short box, fill it for $35, or you can bring your own long box. I will not be bringing long boxes because the books will already be in long boxes. But if you feel compelled to buy a whole long box, it's $80. So it's a good opportunity to fill in holes in your personal collection or just stockpile cheap books. So do with it what you will. And today, with it being a little chilly, I thought that I would take the opportunity to advertise some Bearded Comic and Collectible sweatshirts that we have here in stock, in store. We've sold a few of these already, and no joke, folks are telling me that it's their favorite sweatshirt because it is nice and fuzzy on the inside. It is nice and warm. And then there's a little like elastic band in the pocket that you can slip your phone into, so your phone does not fall out of your pocket. And people have found that to be quite the novel approach and innovation to sweatshirt technology. So, again, if you're looking for a new sweatshirt, keep me in mind. These are not skimpy sweatshirts. My wife used to work for a clothing company and is able to get good product at a good price, and that's what we use. We're not using cheap, thin sweatshirts and apparel that you may commonly think to find at kind of secondhand stores or mom and pop shops. We have connections. It's all about quality here at The Beard. Anyway, so you want to see some books? Okay, so today, let's see here. Oh, did you guys see the post? They have an inbox Game Boy. Yeah, silly, right? Superman, number 31, crossing over with the DCKO storyline that is out and about. Creepshow, number 2. This is always a seasonal book. I love the Bob Ross cover here. If you guys haven't been watching the news lately, Bob Ross has been in the kind of in the mainstream talks lately. Some of his original paintings have been going up for auction and are fetching hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is super awesome if you're a Bob Ross fan. Also, if you didn't know, Bob Ross is an Indiana native and did his shows in Bloomington. Fun facts, dropping knowledge like bombs. Darkwing Duck, number 6. So got one of each of the covers there. Flash, number 26. DCKO tie-in. Notice the Mark Spears cover at the bottom. So I've got a few of those. Literally a few of those. Green Arrow, number 29. Just grabbed a couple of those. Justice League, number 12. And then we're moving on to Harley Quinn, number 55. Orange is the new black, apparently. She's all lovey-dovey. And then there's the one pumpkin spice cover, which I'm sure is already spoken for. I significantly underestimated the popularity of the pumpkin spice variants, but who am I to judge? Immortal Legend Batman. Green Lantern, number 28. Facsimile Day, Action Comics, number 252. That's the first appearance of Superwoman or Supergirl. First appearance of Supergirl. So I grabbed a few of those. I will take a moment to acknowledge that some of the books got damaged, unfortunately. So I have to do a little bit of a claim. Some of the books that got damaged, all the foil covers that I got for Action Comics got damaged. So that sucks. Justice League Unlimited, the A covers got damaged. And then there's a handful of other things. I think there was like a Green Lantern book, a Green Lantern Dark book. So I got to do a claim on those. So if you're looking for one of those specific covers, you'll either have to wait or, unfortunately, pick it up somewhere else. The foil ones I should be getting replacements for. The other ones I may not, just because. Detective Comics 1102. Some fun covers there. I think it's kind of funny that Batman's pummeling somebody and he's got this little smirk on his face like he's enjoying it. Dead Samurai number 2 and number 3. So that is a metallic cover on that one. Well, I'll just go down the stack here. So there's number 2, right? Pretty cool cover there. That's another number 2. Different cover. Then there's number 3. And then I showed you the other number 3, right? So number 1 we got last week or the week before, and then here's 2 and 3. So if you want to pick up and read a whole new series from start, there might be 2 more issues on this one, I think. But at least gives you a good chunk to jump into. Essentia. So this is an ongoing title. You can notice the number 29. I picked up this cover because it is redonkulous. So notice the cartoon characters, pop culture characters. This is purely a cover grab. I just got it just because it is intense in a lot of ways. Horror fans, I think, will enjoy it. So again, I just grabbed it just to have it available, for those of you that may enjoy it. So there's only 3 of them here. I'm sure I can find 3 of you that will look at that and go, holy crap, I need that book. So message me ASAP. Thundercats Lost, number 7. Lots of covers on there. It Killed Everyone But Me, number 2. Pretty intense covers on that one. I mean, that's almost out of like Hellraiser, if you ask me. The little ghouly child that's sitting on their back. Skinbreaker, number 2. Several of you have picked this up and enjoyed it and are thoroughly looking forward to the next one. Well, here's the next one, number 2. News from the Fallout, number 5. Rockin' and rolling there. Sisterhood, a Hyde Street side story, number 4. Invisible Man, number 3. Get down to the other one. It's pretty cool. I do like this one, the kind of the cutaway. It's like the Visible Man, basically. Visible Man, not Invisible Man. Silverhawks, number 9. For you Silverhawk fans. Look, Mom, I can play the guitar. Space Ghost, number 4. I am probably going to kill this book. Not a lot of people are jumping on it. The one subscriber that I had for it is jumping ship. That's a space reference there. But anyway, so yeah, it's just not doing real well for me. So if you disagree or if you want to add this to your sub box, please let me know ASAP because it is probably going bye-bye. New Terminator book, Terminator Metal, number 1. Love that cover, but I love the foily one. The foily one is pretty. Yeah, I only got one of those, so if you want it, let me know. Outlaw Showdown, so this is another EC comic title, but notice it's basically a horror western, so that is pretty cool. This is one of the other books that got damaged in transit, so that's unfortunate, but there's still a few copies here to be able to pick from, so I would suggest it. And I read the synopsis on it. It looks pretty cool. It's a novel idea, or it's a book that isn't being done right now, so it's kind of a fresh take. Green Lantern Dark, number 7. Again, the A covers on this one got damaged, so I have just the variants of the card stocks. Speed Racer, Tales from the Road. This is a one-shot, I believe. This is 2 princes. So that's a one and done. New History of the DCU. That's a pretty cool foil, if you ask me. Superboy and your connecting cover. I believe the connecting cover has already been called for. Hey, look, there's the Batman Who Laughs. Look, Mom, I found him. He was over in the trees the whole time. Hornsby and Halo, number 11. A couple of those. Exquisite Corpses. Got the poly bags here. Got the fun Chuck E. Cheese one. The gamer mode with the drone. And then the creepy doctor. That's the A cover. This one's been selling pretty well for me. So there's several of those. Escape, number 3. Some of you have been picking this up and saying that it's a fun book. So I'm keeping that one going. Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. I like that cover. That's pretty rad. And then Gunslinger. And then we're inching ever closer to number 50, which we'll kind of touch on here momentarily because that's a big deal today. Supergirl, number 5. So they started doing zombie variants this week. There's going to be several of these coming out. This is, I mean, it's rad. I mean, the zombie variants are super cool. There's another one that's a Moon Knight cover that we'll get to here momentarily. It's pretty rad. Ultimate Spider-Man number 22, inching ever closer to the end of this story. So if you guys haven't seen, they are killing the Ultimate Universe come April, regardless of where they are. I'm really digging the Tron Ares cover. That's pretty cool. But they've also said that they're killing books at the number 24, so we're getting pretty close here. Miles Morales number 39, the Tron cover, a cool Black Cat cover, and then your Marvel Zombie variant. That one's a little lackluster for me. I mean, they could have made it nastier, could have made it cooler. Age of Revelation. Today there are 4 titles being released for the Revelation story arc. I am excited for this one. I might actually try to read this one today and squeeze it in if I got time. But Radioactive Spider-Man. So he's got his 6 appendages again, making him a mutant of some kind. That's the cover that I picked up. I think that's pretty gnarly. Even though I do like the A cover. The A cover for me was really neat. Jeff the Land Shark number 5. So there's a Tron Ares. The Nom 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 cover, because that's exactly what you hear. And then the soft, cuddly, I Like Fish cover. Ultimates, number 17. Love the Doomish cover. I'm assuming that's Captain Britain, which is pretty neat. And then your Hawkeye. And then the Muppet covers. You got Fozzie Bear. Rocka. Right there on the cover. Then you've got your Disney What If cover. You've got your Ramos cover. You got your Connecting Scotty Young Herbie cover, and the White Tiger Team Up cover, that's very stylized. That's pretty cool. Like I'm actually kind of digging that one. Your Galactus variant, movie homage, and then I don't know what's up with that one. That one's not my flavor. Not my flavor. But it's cool. Rubber chicken. And then Predator, Black, White, and Blood. So we're continuing that one. There's number 4. Pretty cool there. And then I'm going to finish out the bottom, then circle back to the Revelation stuff on top. But Moon Knight, number 13. Pretty rad cover here. Your Tron Ares cover. I like the Moon Knight in the back. That looks pretty cool. And then there's your Marvel Zombie variant. I mean, that is a thing. Just take that in for a second. Look at the details. Yeah, pretty cool. And then a Marvel Comics Presents cover. So if you like those or if you're collecting those, that one's kind of fun. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, number 5. You got 2 covers on that one. Continuing the Marvel Zombie covers or books. So that's pretty intense. Then you got your Trick or Treat variant, I'm going to call it, because you've got Spider-Man dressed as Hell Cow up there trick-or-treating, watching everybody else devour themselves. And then you have the cool kind of homage cover, obviously in the Secret Wars style. So that's pretty gnarly. And then, oh God, those bags are slippery. Then you got your A cover, right? And you got Thing with his brains going everywhere. They're everywhere. You can't contain it once it's out of the box. And then moving through the Revelation stuff, right? Book of Revelation, number 1. Pretty intense covers there. I grabbed that one myself. I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of the right time of year for that one. Then you got your other cover. And then last but not least, your foils. Oh, look at the foils. Yeah, see Wolverine's mask? Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I grabbed one of those for myself as well. But yeah, pretty cool. Then you got Omega Kids, #1. So these are all your telepaths that are doing telepathic things, right? Not quite sure who that is. Kind of beastly looking. I grabbed that cover myself just because I'm a big Magneto fan, and I thought that was pretty gnarly. And then you've got everybody doing the mind touch, like with Professor X. I can't use my powers. I have to show that I'm using my powers by putting my 2 fingers to my forehead, even though it's not necessary at all. But I do it to signify that I'm doing something. Otherwise, you can't tell that I'm doing something because I'm in your head. The last Wolverine. Yeah. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this. I am one of those included. That's the cover that I grabbed because duh. And then even the last cover, I mean, that's a good cover. That's a cool one. So it was kind of tricky on which one to choose. Put my chair out of the way. Moving forward, Undead Iron Fist #2. You got your Daredevil cover, your variant cover, and then your A cover. So clearly there's some shenanigans going on between them. Uncanny X-Men 140 facsimile. Funny because I showed this yesterday in my video that I have a real one. If you want a real one, if you can't afford a real one, here's a facsimile one. Predator kills the MCU. I've already had a lot of requests on this cover, but look at that one. Like, that's tough. That's tough. Which one are you going to choose? Right? Are you a Wolverine fan? You like the Weapon X kind of stuff? Or do you like the monstrosity Sabretooth with a spear through his gullet getting ready to be attacked by Predator? Like, yeah. Yeah, flip a coin on that one and tell me you're not wrong with any outcome. Just get both. Just get both. That's what I'm saying. And then Power Rangers Halloween special. We've got the pumpkin cover. We've got your A cover. And then we've got the foil, or excuse me, the variant virgin cover. And then there's the foily one. So those are cool. Power Ranger fans shouldn't have a problem picking which ones they want on that one. Hello Halloween, which is a one-shot from Hello Darkness. These are pretty rad. These are beautiful covers. That one I really dig, but mostly because there is a glow-in-the-dark variant at the bottom of the stack. So, yeah, that one will be fun. Nocturnals #2. Pretty rad there. Kind of a Magnolia homage. Monster High World Scare #3. Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures #30. Kind of neat covers there. And then Turtles #12. That's your A cover. That's your B cover, which is super rad. IMO. That's the cover that I grabbed. And I'll tell you why I didn't get the shredded one here in a minute. And then there's your buddies. You know, they're family. They're family. The reason why I didn't grab the shredder cover is because there is a retailer incentive virgin cover. So if you are up for this one, let me know ASAP. I only have one. And then I also have, that's the 1 in 10 for Turtles. There is a Creep Show. That's a 1 in 10, which is pretty rad. So those are the incentives that I have to offer for those. Graveyard of Time. This is a Mike Mignola book. Hellboy universe story. Always digging the Hellboy stuff. I will always grab it anytime I can. Star Wars Jedi Knights. Got your cool Jedi cover, lightsaber cover. A few different cover variants there. Tales from the Nightland #2. Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a one-shot. Chaotix 30th anniversary. So that's a one-shot. And then we're moving into Absolute Wonder Woman number 13. Pretty intense covers here. Uncle Scrooge, Earth's Mightiest Duck, number 3. That looks like carbonite. It looks like the carbonite container. So you Star Wars fans and Disney fans, that's cool. That's a crossover. And then last but not least, as I mentioned, Spawn. These spin-offs are hitting number 50, so they're going to do a big 50th anniversary blowout or number 50 blowout for all the side quests. I did have somebody actually order a 1 in 50 from me, so I have 50 copies of number 50 here. I am going to run a deal today because I know some of this is kind of hard. You know, I don't sell a bunch of. I mean, I do sell a bunch of Spawn, but I don't sell 50 copies of Spawn. So there's the A cover. That's a McFarlane. So McFarlane fans rejoice. That's a Puppeteer cover. Puppeteer is absolutely beautiful. And then there's a Scotty Young. Scotty Young doing Spawn. Super rad, right? Well, today I'm going, so the books are $4.99. So that's $10 if you buy 2 of them. I today am going to knock off $1.50 if you buy 2. If you buy at least 2 of these, I'll knock off $1.50. So that's a 15% discount. And then if you are a subscriber and you subscribe to it, then you're already getting your other 10% off of that as well. So super cheap. Want to move the Spawns. So if you buy 2, like I said, I'll knock off $1.50. And we'll go forward from there. Because I know everybody wants the McFarlane. I know everybody wants the Scotty Young. So let's just make it happen, and I'll help you expand your collection a little bit by offering a little bit of a discount. So anyway, that's what you got. Here is some other trades that I got today. So with the Skin Breaker, I got the big treasury-sized edition. I've been putting these in giant poly bags for folks. Then you've got your compact comics. You got the Y the Last Man. You got your Batman Hush. There is a new trade for Bone, if you're a Bone fan. Then you got DC Sonic Hedgehog. That was the crossover story from the summer. I got some more Absolute Supermans in. That's the trade paperback for the first 6 issues. And then those of you that are Dave Stevens fans, they came out with a kind of a book centric on Dave Stevens. So it's like an artist focus kind of deal. So cool stuff. Cool stuff for sure. But anyway, so we're nearing a half an hour. I'm trying to talk fast and get through it because I want to stay under a half hour. But please message me ASAP. Take advantage of the Spawn 50. I'll probably be doing that for the other 50 number 50 issues as well. So something to kind of look forward to. But yeah, there's stuff and things. So I will see you guys today, or tomorrow, or Friday, or Saturday. Hopefully Saturday at the Lafayette show. Enjoy it. Stay warm. If you're not warm, come buy a sweatshirt, and then you will be warm. And we'll go forward from there. Awkward silence. Excelsior!